Jet-Vac and Spyro are running into a hornet's nest. Can they save the Academy? What's up everybody, StevDeS here. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to all. Now, the 12 days of Krampus will be coming up, but I would prefer Krampus to extend through to the end of the year. Just as tradition on this channel, right, Scaremember? But still, it being the holiday season, it's time to talk about the togetherness, the loving feeling, the warm, wholesome emotions we feel deep in our hearts for all of our loved ones this season. Santa Claus is bringing us more Skylanders! Oh, yes! Yeah, it's not a wonder that Activision made a whole lot of money around the holiday season, and consistently they do, especially with my nephew Adam, which I'd like to thank very much for letting me borrow his Skylander toys for this recording. Honestly, this one's my favorite. We didn't see a rebirth of Spyro until the Reignited trilogy, and yeah, I couldn't resist it, but this is where I'm limiting myself as far as Activision. You know, they were good up to this title. In seriousness, Activision made a gold mine by revamping our favorite dragon into a Toy Story of epic proportions. Hey, Pixar, get with Activision. I'd like to see a Toy Story short, you know, before the fourth one that absolutely sucked, to be put in this place. A merge of video games, toys, and all of that in a movie theater? Think about it! That would be amazing! If anybody can do it right, I do believe Pixar is the right people to do it. But am I talking about a short that Pixar can do right on their timeline, or should I just get into the meat of the video? This is What If the Skylanders Were Canon. In the first part, Ripto was brought back to life, and with his expertise of conquering worlds, he and Chaos, took over the Skylands handily. Jet-Vac was able to hear that Ripto hated dragons, and guess where Jet-Vac lands? Right in front of a dragon. With the help of Spyro and Sparks, Jet-Vac was able to take the battle back to the air zone of the Skylands and open up the ward to get to the Academy. And now they have to free other Skylanders from the hub of this game, the Academy itself, which is swarming with Ripto's troops. We get into this where Spyro and Jet-Vac see Master Eon, and he is fighting as best he can with his back to the air ward. Lucky for him, reinforcements have arrived. Jet-Vac, a sight for sore eyes. And you had brought help. Spyro's the name, and this is Sparks. But maybe we should get somewhere a little safer before we start talking. Agreed, young dragon. The rest of your team is in the Academy walls, stuck there. I'm afraid that Chaos thought it to be a suitable prison for those that were able to get away. If you can get me there, I can disable Chaos's barrier. And so the trio has to fight their way to the Academy. This would be a mission where you have to defend Eon, as he's fighting with you, he's not going to do nothing, in order to get him to the barrier and get the barrier down to release the Skylanders. Yeah, it turns out that all the Skylanders taking refuge inside the Academy was a bad move, because Ripto would have seen that and said, "Hey pal, I think they just introduced themselves to their jail cell." And so, Ripto and Chaos decided to cast a spell to seal all the Skylanders in so they can't help Eon. After the long mission, Eon is able to dispel the ward, and Skylanders come rushing out as Eon is kind of out of power right now. The Skylanders bust open the door and recover Eon so that Eon can get inside and make sure he's okay. Thanks to main character powers, Chaos and Ripto don't come back to reset the ward. Yeah, I know that's a lazy way of doing it, but whenever you have to deal with Skylanders, there's always a lazy way to do it. Jet-Vac opens up the floor to briefing and tells everyone to keep the doors open, just guarded. He knows the life member of his team needs to be around to help Eon, so that's where he starts calling for her, and she's not around. Stealth Elf! Stealth Elf? Where is Stealth Elf?
We started running out of pop and food, and she went out to go get some.
Well, that won't do. Master Eon needs... Here, sir. I was trying to get back in. Excellent. To Eon Elf. He needs life attention. What do you mean, life attention? This is where Jet-Vac introduces Spyro Sparks and the player to the 8 elements of the world. And so Stealth Elf is our life Skylander. She can heal Eon. Yeah, but it can't heal Eon completely. The life zone's still blocked off from the Academy. I can't get a hold of all of my power. Spyro, can you take Stealth Elf to the portal in... No. No. There's a portal in my study. It runs on elemental orbs, but the insect there, I sense some strong magic from it. It may be able to work with the orbs and send the dragon back to where he came from. Well, that works. With Sparks' magic, we'll be able to head back home, get the portal, and jump into the life zone, just like we did with the air zone. Sure enough, they find it, but if you didn't collect enough elemental orbs in the air zone, let's say out of 8 orbs, you were only able to get 5. So if you have 4 elemental orbs from the air zone, then you're able to activate the portal in the Academy. And there would be still little tiers here and there as far as how many orbs you need to activate portals. Sure enough, they're able to find the portal and go through it in order to get back to the Winter Tundra. Here we get a cutscene where the Professor, Alora, Hunter, Bianca, and even Moneybags offers to help out any way they can. If Ripto has something to do with this, it's only a matter of time before Ripto comes back to Avalar. They need to stop him here. Hunter, Bianca, and Moneybags go through the portal to the Skylands, while Alora and the Professor stay behind in order to be sure that the portal stays working. After they go through, Stealth Elf tells Spyro that she'll meet him there. This gives the player an opportunity to either go back to the air zone, see what orbs or gems they can collect, or go to the Academy, see what Hunter, Bianca, and Moneybags are up to, or go on through with the story mission and head to the life zone. For the sake of storytelling here, let's just say the player gets on with the story. I know I would when playing a Skylanders game. Spyro and Sparks hops in the portal and appears in the life zone, but there's no Stealth Elf to be found.
Stealth Elf? Let's get one thing straight, Dragon. Since Master Eon and Jet-Vac trust you, don't make the same mistake. I don't. We're going to work together. But stay out of my way, because you're no Skylander.
Jeez, it won't be a problem. I get your point. Well, what would you have said, smart guy? Yeah, that was better than mine. The life zone would have elements of stealth, it being Stealth Elf that you're following around here, and would require some teamwork between Spyro and Stealth Elf. Spyro would essentially be the distraction for a lot of the big enemies you can't really take on right now. Single players would be the one making distractions for Stealth Elf in order for the AI to take him out, while in co-op, both players would be responsible for Stealth Elf getting the assassinations. It still being early in the game, these enemies would be extremely tough, but later in the game they'd be manageable. At the ward, Elf and Spyro come across an Impachi. What? A big wooden doll? I've got this. No, Spyro, wait! During the first phase of the boss battle, players have to avoid a flaming Impachi from trying to thrash at it. Right now, neither of them have the equipment to put out any sort of fire.
Now look at what you did.
Chill out. It'll be ashes soon enough. They'd be dodging for just 2 minutes before the wood goes and burns away, revealing a charcoal Impachi underneath. The second phase of this fight would have Spyro and Stealth Elf attacking similar points on each side of the Impachi at the same time. They have to synchronize their attacks in order to do damage. After all the charcoal's broken up, a golem, a stone golem, has been awakened and falls over, almost on top of Stealth Elf. Spyro quickly charges in order to knock Stealth Elf aside.
Whew! I saved ya.
Spyro looks down at the Stealth Elf that he saved, and it turns out to be just a scarecrow, a substitute.
You know, I could have got out myself. Thanks, though.
Spyro and Elf then suddenly get into a battle stance as the golem starts getting up, but he seems friendly.
Oh, my head. Skylanders. I should feel grateful.
No need for thanks, citizen. Just doing my job. Can you open the gate to the academy?
Yes, of course. It would be the least that I can do for you.
They head through, heading back to the academy, and begin a sort of rivalry friendship. Along the way, promising to help each other as much as they can to stop Ripto and Chaos in their evil deeds and save the Skyland together. And that is where we'll be leaving things for right now. So what do you all think? Do you think other Skylanders might play a prominent role? Do you think their attitudes might be different without Spyro around initially? Leave a comment below! For more what-ifs in the realm of video gaming and Dragon Ball alike, such as if another star from the PlayStation era actually turned evil, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Ciao! Long live Richard Stephen Horvitz.